Hello again, I'm Raphael from Martin Solutions. Today I want to show you how to make your own AI chatbot for your website. As a website grows and becomes more complex, information can become harder to find. In these cases, chatbots can be quite helpful as they're available 24/7 and they can get your website visitors the information they need quickly and effortlessly. I'll be showing you two options you can implement within minutes. One is a plugin for WordPress sites, while the other one can be installed on any site. If you have a WordPress site, just go to the Add New Plugin section on your WordPress administrator and look for a plugin called WPBot. The plugin you're looking for should show up amongst the first results, and it's right here. It's this one called AI Chatbot for WordPress, WPBot. You're going to go ahead and click on Install Now, and once it's installed, you're going to click again to activate the plugin. In this case, I've already activated it, so it won't be necessary. Once the plugin has been activated, you will go to the menu to the left where it says Chatbot WPBot Lite and then click Settings, and then you will be taken to the General Settings page. In here you can set up your email and some other options for the plugin. On the Change Language tab, you can change the words for some of the commonly used terms by the chatbot for other languages. Then you have the Icons and Themes tab where you can select an icon and upload your own and customize some of the colors for the chatbot. And finally, we have the FAQ Builder. The FAQ Builder is the meat of the chatbot, and this is where you will add all of your questions as well as the answers, which the user will be able to select when interacting with the chatbot. You can add as many questions as you want, and then you can save the settings, and the chatbot is pretty much ready. Notice how you can also set it up to work with Dialogflow or OpenAI ChatGPT if you have a subscription with an API key. Now all that's left for me is to go ahead and try it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to my website, and then I'm gonna hit refresh. Then I'm gonna click on the chatbot to the bottom right, and that should display the window, and I'm getting the greeting. It's asking me for my name, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it out here. And I should be getting some options. Here we go. Send us an email or some FAQs. I'm gonna go ahead and click on FAQs. Then it show up the questions that I've preloaded, and I'm getting the answers. And that's your chatbot right there. The other solution I want to talk about takes a little longer to set up, but it is well worth the effort, and it's called Botpress. Botpress is a service that has a free membership as well as paid ones. The free membership gives you $5 a month, which is 5 million AI tokens to spend, which is generous for small and medium businesses. Anything that goes above those $5 is pay as you go, and you also have a maximum limit to spend. So now that I've logged into my Botpress workspace, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go start and create a bot, and you can just choose the generated name there, which is just for identification purposes here in the workspace. And it's gonna take a while. And now that the chatbot has been created, I'm gonna go ahead and open it in Studio, which is where we're going to edit the actual workflow. It's gonna take some time, especially on first load. I may just fast forward this until it's ready. Oh, it's already ready. So now we're just gonna go ahead and start from scratch. It's gonna be a really simple chatbot we're going to make. So then we're gonna choose start from scratch and then use template. Now that the chatbot has loaded, I'm gonna go ahead and select a knowledge source, and this is very important because this is where you're gonna add the knowledge that the AI chatbot is going to resort to when it needs to answer questions from the user. As you can see, it can be many things. It can be a website, a document, a table. In this case, we're gonna choose website, and I'm gonna use my own website for the sake of this example. Just gonna go ahead and fill out Art and Solutions and click on Discover Pages. And then I'm gonna leave out only the main page, and I'm going to remove the blog pages, and I think I'll only leave the services page as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and click on all pages, and then it's going to take a couple of minutes. Botpress is actually scanning the selected pages from my website. And from there, it's where it's going to look up the information to answer the questions that any user might have for the bot. While that finishes, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the actual workflow of the chatbot. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit Main Flow. And well, you're going to see a bit of a sample workflow, bit of a starter, but I'm just gonna go ahead and clear all this. Now that the workspace is clean, we can see what's going on and have a better view of the workspace. To the left, we'll have all of the tools that we're going to use to build up the workflow. In the middle, you see the workflow itself. And to the right, you see a very valuable tool, which is an emulator with which we can test the chatbot as we're developing it. Before we get started, we're going to go to the knowledge agent options, and we're going to turn off the answer manually command. That way, each time we send a question, the answer that is retrieved gets sent immediately to the chat, just to make things a little bit simpler for this example. So now we're going to go ahead and get started on the workflow. First, I'm going to go ahead and create a standard node, and I'm going to call this one greeting, and this is the one that's going to start the chat. And this one is simply going to display some text greeting the user. So I'm going to fill this up with, "Hi, welcome to our website." I'm going to go ahead and create another standard node, and I'm going to call this one Q&A. And this is the one that's actually going to be answering any questions that the user might write. So I'm going to use a raw input type of field. And this is what the chatbot is going to be displaying the user. It's going to be asking, "What would you like to know about us?" And as you can see at the bottom, there's a knowledge base section, and it's already configured by default to search through any knowledge bases we may have added, aka the website I added. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a transition card. Should be right here. And then what we're going to add is a variable to what we're going to do is we want to handle whether the chatbot was able to find an answer or not. So we use this variable turn.knowledgeAgent.responded to make sure that an answer was found. And then in the category section, we're going to type out true and false. An answer was found, an answer was not found. So now what we're going to do is if an answer was not found, we're going to create a card called sorry. And then this is just going to show a response that says, "My apologies. I don't have that answer, but feel free to use our contact form." And now we are going to create another standard node. And this one is, in case an answer was found, you want to ask if there is anything else that the user may want to ask. So we are gonna actually go to a single choice question, and the chatbot's gonna ask, "Would you like to ask anything else?" And of course, the choices will be yes and no. So now I'm going to add one more standard node, and that's if the user says, no, I don't have anything else to ask, then I'm just going to go ahead and close the conversation and say bye. So I'm just going to add a text card with a farewell message, just saying goodbye. And our chatbot is just about ready. We just need to connect the dots here, make sure that the chatbot conversation flows like it should. And I think I may just kind of fast forward a little bit just while I arrange things and hook everything up. All right, and it's looking good and we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and fire up the emulator and try to give the chatbot a try. And there it is. It's giving us a greeting. And then what would you like to know about us? I'm going to go ahead and ask who is the founder. And right now it's looking up the info from my website and it should be answering. That's me. Then it's asking me again, would you like to ask anything else? Let's go ahead and click yes. Then it should ask me again, what would you like to know about us? I'm going to go ahead and ask, which services do you offer? It's looking up the website for the info, it's getting the answer for us. And it should be here any second now. There it is. And it's asking us again, would you like to ask anything else? I'm going to go ahead with no, and it should be closing down the conversation. There it is. Goodbye. Our chatbot is now working. Now all we have to do is save the latest changes, push them to production, and then actually embed the bot. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click on publish to the top right corner. And that is going to save the latest changes and push them to the production servers. And then once it's done, we will actually embed the chatbot on the site. And we will do that by pulling some code that's actually on the Botpress workspace overview screen, which we'll see in just a moment. It looks like the changes have been saved. Wait a few seconds until it's ready, but by the time we grab the code, it's going to be ready. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Botpress overview screen, and here we have our bot. So we're going to go ahead and click on web chat to the left, and then you'll see some options to customize the appearance of the chatbot. But for now, we're just going to head on directly to the share section. And the code you want to use is actually those two lines under embed code. So we're just going to click over here to copy those lines. And now we are going to go to add them to our site. Now, if you do not have a WordPress site, you just add those two lines of code to the head section of your HTML code. If you do have a WordPress site, if you're a developer, you can just add them to the functions PHP file. But I'm assuming that not everyone is a developer, so I'm going to keep it easy. So I'm going to recommend you install this extension called WP Code, which makes it a bit easier for you to add any external scripts to your WordPress site. So we're going to go ahead and install and then activate. Once it's active, we're going to go to the options to the left and go where it says code snippets. And then we'll click on header and footer. And those lines you copied, you're actually going to paste them at the bottom on the footer. Here I had, those are some lines from a previous example. So let me just fix this. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit and save the changes. And the chatbot is ready. So now all that's left is to go to the main website and then hit refresh. And that should show the new chatbot, and there it is. Gonna go ahead and click on it. And then I will just go ahead and say hi. And it should work as expected. Hi, welcome to our website. What would you like to know about us? Which services do you offer? And it's retrieving the answer, and it should be posting it directly in chat, and there you go. Would you like to ask anything else? I think I'll just close it for now. And it says goodbye, and there you go. That's your first chatbot. This example only scratches the surface on what's possible with AI chatbots. There are countless integrations and the possibilities are endless. Your imagination is the limit. If you need help setting up your chatbot and need it to handle more complex tasks, or if you need any help with AI automations for your business in general, go to our site arden.solutions, where you can find all of our contact information.